This will be the hybrid meeting. We'll be online at the same time. Most welcome those who have come over here personally. So let us begin by chanting and understanding this sloka. Dikkaladi Anavachinna Ananta Chinmatra Murtae Svanubhuti Ekamanaya Namah Shantaya Tejase. I salute the Supreme Brahman, the one who is beyond all qualities, who is tranquil and beyond all limitations, who is the embodiment of infinite consciousness and can be known only through one's own experience. So this is the Yoga Vasishtha that we are studying. And we know today we will be studying the hints about the supreme knowledge. The hints about the supreme knowledge, it means that what is that supreme knowledge? Knowledge of oneness. And when he is giving some idea, the Guru Vasishtha is giving some idea that if you follow this, you can realize this. This is the idea. The supreme knowledge is knowledge of oneness. But how we will reach over there? Because all the time we are having the dualities constantly. And when we look at ourselves, even then also we are feeling that I have the two hands, two legs, and all these features. And when I look around, we see the whole world are different. By that way, it is only the dualities. We live in the duality. But the Vasishtha will say, no, this is completely false. This is not the truth. And this is not the Vasishtha only. This is the realization of the great rishis, and this is the ultimate knowledge of the Vedanta. Now, according to Swami Vivekananda, religion is realization. And what is this realization? We have to understand the realization means, here when the Swamiji is asking this question, giving this statement, the religion is realization. And what to realize? The truth. And what is this truth? Last Sunday, we heard about this truth from the Guru Vasishtha. And he said, the seer is always different from the seen. The seer is always different from the seen. That this is what the Guru Vasishtha is teaching. Who is the seer? I am looking at you, I am seeing you, I am understanding you. So I am the seer. Then who am I? This eyes, because it goes out and it goes and illuminate. Then I can understand that. That who is illuminating this object? Friends, we have to go step by step to different state. In the darkness, we cannot understand anything. We cannot see anything. So obviously, it must be something which is illuminating it. And what is that illumination? Sun. Sun is illuminating. Today is a very bright, nice day. And we can see far away things. Even the leaves of those trees. Why? It is illuminated. Who is illuminating? Sun. Now the question is, who gave the sun that power to illuminate? Here is the seer. So we have to go back to that stage. The Hinduism, particularly the Vedanta, slowly takes us to that particular condition, the state of mind where we understand the reality. And what is the reality? The illuminator. And what is this illuminator? Who is this illuminator? Consciousness. So this is the steps by steps we will go. The seer is always different from the seen. This we can understand. Now I am looking at the chair. I am not the chair. The chair is completely different from me. Now this we can understand. So seen are the objects. How many objects are there? Each and everything is nothing but the objects. And here may be some living, some non-living. So usually when we indicate an object that is a non-living thing, like a chair, like a table, like a bulb, like a light. So, but also those who are living, they're also the same object. Who is the seer? That is the search. So he is giving us the hint. Why? Because we have to develop the capacity to understand that no one can help us. So this is the problem. That's why in many other wonderful books, they say, if the father has taken the loan, son can repay it. It is possible. If somebody is having a load on his head, another good person can take and share the load and give him some respite, some help. That is possible. But to understanding religion, which is realization, a realization of the truth, and which is the oneness, it is all depends on the particular person. Adhikari tu, then in the Vedanta they will say. And the long sentences they will go on telling. Adhikari, who is actually the student, proper student, capable student who can understand it. That is called adhikari. And that adhikari, the person who can truly understand it, is slowly going, and great gurus are coming to help them. So why you are studying this book? Because this is the guru who is giving us that help. And we can understand from his teaching what actually we should learn. And the guru is telling, the seer is Brahman and the seen is Maya. As because you are the student of Vedanta for a long period of time, you know these two words. Those who are new, so they should also understand what is Brahman and what is Maya. These are the two words they have coined to give us some idea. The consciousness is Brahman. Anything else, Maya. And what is this Maya? And different philosophers will come and explain. Some will say this is the Prakriti, another word. What is that Prakriti? Then the English translation of the Prakriti is nature. But nature means this. No, it is the primal energy that is creating this. That is Prakriti. So that means that is the more powerful. Of course it is powerful. So a group of people, they started worshipping the Prakriti because it is powerful. So they developed Shakta Dharma. Shakta means power. Shakti, Shakta. This is on the power. What is that power? This Prakriti. But this Prakriti also is acting at the behest of someone else. That is called Brahman. So that Brahman is far, far behind. It's very difficult to reach to him. Now, sometimes when you try to reach to the president or some the people in the high position, You have to first appeal to apply to the office, then this man, that man, slowly. When you go to his personal secretary, then you know there is a chance. And then the personal secretary will say, okay, this is the appointed time, you please come and meet him. So when you go, you can meet him. So one after another. So to reach Brahman, we are passing through all this. But the Guru will say, it is just like this you can reach. That he will teach. And that is called Vedantic Meditation. But though he says with it just like this, that also for us, it will be so difficult. But anyway, he says, Drashtri, Darshana, Drishyani, Taktva, Vasanasaha. Now he is teaching us. The first is, religion is realization. What to realize? The truth. What is the truth? Which never changes. That is the truth. And it has been termed in different way. Sometimes Satya, sometimes Brahman. So, this truth which never changes. Now I have to sit quiet and then go on pondering, what are the things that is not changing? Oh, maybe Himalaya. But now Himalaya is also changing. Long before, millions and years before, Himalaya was not there. Now this thing happened, so Himalaya is changing. Maybe sun. No, it is also not that. Before the creation, the sun was not there, etc., etc. So it's okay. Then what is? Do we find no one? Each and everything changing. Then it is too much for us. Then we sit down and listen to those people who have already realized it. So what is they say? Drashtri, Darshana, Drishyani. The three words he is telling. The Drashti is the seer. He is the subject, he is looking at. And Darshana, Darshan is the process of seeing. And Drishtani, the object of seeing. So there must be three. There must be a process, there must be a person and an object, these three. If only the person is there, an object is there, and there is no communication, there is no process, then it is of no use. You can't see. I have eyes, but I can't see. I have to put on the glasses to see. Even sometimes with the glasses also, it is not very clear. So the process should be there. I want to see, and there is an object, but the process is not there. It says, to realize the truth of Brahman, we have to undertake twofold practices. Drashti, Darshana, Drishyani, Taktva, Vasanasaha. Now these three we have to discard. We like to see, and see with eyes are the process, and I like to see, I am the subject, process and an object. But the Guru says, no, you like to see the truth, right? In that case, you give up all those. And not only that, Vasanasaha, along with all desires, even desire to see, give up that. Isn't it very interesting? So this is the way we are going to the truth, step by step. So this, they say, Darshanam Prathamam Abhasam Atmanam Samupasmahe. Darshanam Prathamam Abhasam. We worship that Atman, Atmanam Samupamahe. Atmanam, that Atman. Again, Atma, Brahma, Self, and all these different words they have used. So, Atmanam Samupamahe. We worship. That means we are concentrating, we are trying to understand that Atman. Neither the process nor the object, but the consciousness should be meditated upon. Now, one is the object, another is the subject, and third is the process. Now, when this process is going on, and the object and the subject, and we have to forget all these three, and only we have to concentrate on the consciousness which is creating all these three. So this is the way drashti, darshana, drishyani, taktva, vasana saha, including all the desire. Darshanam prathamam abhasa, atmanam samupamahe. Now, if we ask how we see, Vedanta will never ask you to believe. This is the beautiful thing. That's why in the modern days all over the world, the people, they are accepting Vedanta, pure Vedanta. Why? Because it will never ask you to believe. In all other processes, the first thing you have to have faith, believe. Of course, that is the very, and for everyone, that is the path. You just believe. But for the Vedantin, then we will hear from the Guru, it is not so easy to become a Vedantin. It's very difficult. And when you can't practice, but still you are trying to practice, then what happens? You become a hypocrite. So you don't know actually, at the same time you are trying to practice that, then naturally it will be hypocrisy, you will be trying to fool the people. But that you may do. But what about your own practices? So that is why we must be careful. We are just listening, and this is the path. Faith is must, that Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna said. Bishwash holo to hoye gelo. If you have faith, then you have achieved everything. That is their path. But here, they say, no, we like to learn. Some people are good in mathematics. So they will be doing so many ways and unthinkable way. The two mathematicians came to my room in my office. And when they started discussing about the mathematics, I was dumbfounded. So what actually they are discussing? Nothing you can understand. And that is not the 1 + 1 = 2, not like that. So that mathematics go very high. So naturally, the Vedanta is also almost that subtle. But let us now go step by step in our own way to try to understand. What is this? We ask how we see. Naturally, the spontaneous answer will be through our eyes. We see through our eyes. But a thoughtful person will say, no, through our mind. Now, how the mind is seeing, where from the mind came? But those who are little matured, they have understood. If you ask the young people, the children, they'll say eyes. And a matured person will say, no, through the mind. Why? If the mind is absent, you cannot listen. Maybe you are looking at me, and apparently I am thinking you are listening, but apparently you are not listening, though the sound is so much. And sound is everywhere, but your mind is somewhere else. What is happening there? What is this? What is that? Is going on. So like that way, mind is not attached with your ear. So though you are listening the sound, you are not hearing. Sound is reaching. Same way, we are looking at some object, but we don't look, we don't see actually. Why? Because our mind is not attached with the eye. Sometimes when we are young, we are studying, so the teachers or the guardians, they will say, Where is your mind? You are not studying. The book is open before us. We are looking at the book. But the seniors, they will understand the young person is not actually reading. His mind is somewhere else. So they will say, hey, where is your mind? You are not reading. How they could understand? They didn't say, where is your eyes? They said, where is your mind? If the mind is not attached with our eye or the ear, you cannot understand, you cannot see, you cannot listen. So the mind, that is correct, good answer. So who sees mind? The mind is using an instrument, that is eye, and then it is seeing. But when the mind is absent, I cannot see. The dead bodies, eyes are there, but they can't see. Why? The mind is not there, the mind is absent. By that way, we can say it is mind. But a wise person will say, it is the Atman, not even the mind. Why? Mind, though subtle, but still is not that powerful to illuminate, to go and understand. No, it is Atman. Everything is nothing but that. This is a unique thing that was discovered by our rishis thousands and thousands of years before. As because the worldly objects are so attractive, so we all go for that. And when you understand it is of no use, it is too late for us. And we become so much accustomed to those things, we cannot withdraw ourselves and come back. So religion means it is a great journey to understand. And obviously it needs Vasishtha, Dorishta, Balishta. Physically and mentally they must be strong. Otherwise it is very difficult to withdraw the mind from the objects. And here the Guru taught us, you have to give up the idea, all desires. And who can give the idea? This strong mind only. That's why you will find those who are becoming monks or nuns in young age. Why? They can give it up. But some people at the fag end of their life, when everything is done, the retired, and in some of the countries in the villages, the retired person, particularly the grandfathers, they become guru. There is nothing to do, chalo. So for an engagement. So some people will come, he will also put on a white dress and you will see and read some book, nothing bad, nothing wrong. But if you research the mind, where the thoughts are going, you'll find all in the objects only. So if it is the mind is going to the objects, full of desire, know it, then it is not what you are getting. So this is, we have to understand, the mind should be completely free from all that. How it is possible? Practice. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, he said, when you are offering a fruit to God, it should be very perfect. And the birds have touched that, or somebody has taken a little portion of it. Then what to do instead of throwing a offer to God? No, that cannot be. With that food, God, you cannot worship God. And sometimes you got the garland. It's a beautiful garland, somebody offered to you, you wore it, took the photo, then where to keep the garland? Acha, put it on the Thakur. You cannot do that. The best thing you have to offer. And what is the best thing? Fresh mind. What is the fresh mind? The mind which is not contaminated, I am using the word, contaminated with the worldly thoughts. So that the mind you should offer to God, the fresh mind. So here also it says, that it is the Atman which is actually trying to understand everything. And not trying, it is. Atman it is. So how we see? Through the eyes, but that is only an instrument. How we see? Through the mind, that is also an instrument. How we see? Through Atman. That is in Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, it always says, going on, repeating. And Brihadaranyaka, that is the beauty. They will teach you one sentence, one word, and they will go on, repeat. And why so many times you are telling? You can, one time is okay. No, they will go on giving the example. A husband is loving the wife not for the body, but for the Atman. Wife is loving the husband not for the body, but for the Atman. A child is loving the father not for the body, but for the, like that they will go on. Why they go on so many? Because all relations they will put in some. To drill it into our mind, it is the Atman, it is the Atman, it is the Atman. Atman is the consciousness, and this is true. Now I am over here, and then you are, Swami Ishatmananda, then you are coming, some of you like me, that's good. And when there is no life within me, how long? Once or twice, and then afterwards. And when I am dead, and if I come to bless you, hey, you invited me to your house, I could not come, I was busy, now I am free. Then what will happen? You will immediately put on all lights and you will shout and all people will come. If possible, 911, the ghost guru has come. The guru has come, but the ghost. So you do not love this body, you love the consciousness. When that consciousness is absent, that's why Shankaracharya says in his Mahamudgara. Mudgara means the mess that will be breaking. And Moha, delusion, and he is breaking it. How? He said, even the wife will be terrified with that body of her husband if it is not leaving, when the life is not there. So, but the Atman is the most important thing, not the body. It is the Atman. So, many religious traditions to burn the body, because the body has nothing to do. Body is not that important, it is the mind. And they will be constantly going on telling, is it possible for you to purify the mind? We are coming to that. And he says that the movement of energy in consciousness is known as mind. Movement of energy in consciousness, that is mind. There is a definition that the Yoga Vasishtha is giving. What is the mind? It is a movement. Movement where? In the consciousness. That is called mind. There are many different definitions are there. Stop these movements, the Guru is asking. Stop these movements. And then he is using a very strong word. Kill the mind. Stop this movement. Kill the mind. What will remain is Brahman. Now the moment we hear this word, kill the mind, and why Hinduism always talk about killing. No, it is not. Killing the mind means forget about all the objects that is coming to your minds. Killing the mind means you should still the mind. And what is the mind? And it goes, so many thoughts are going on and on and on. And to stop those thoughts, those waves, that is called killing the mind. Killing means stopping. Sometimes people say, kill the light. Kill the light means not the breaking the light. Put off the light, that's all. So this killing the mind means stop the thoughts. And now this is the statement. And to practice that, they developed meditation. The yoga and meditation that came from India, very ancient time, because of this, they wanted to stop the mind. What will happen if you can stop the mind? Try and see. you'll get a lot of joy. Those who can practice meditation even for a moment, after that when they get up, oh my God, it's so good. And that is why in our Ramakrishna mission, it is Swami Vivekananda asked us to engage all our energy for the development of the humanity. This is a different type of meditation. Don't look at the people as people, but as God, living gods and goddesses. Try to help them in different methods, different ways. If they need food, try to give them food. Clothing, give them clothing. Education, give them education. Healthcare, healthcare. And sometimes give them proper morality, because they don't know how to get the joy. Always thinking for the different objects and going and trying and getting again and again failure, can't get the joy out of that. And they are becoming frustrated. Go and tell them there is a way to get the joy. So this is the way we are engaged. But you know, majority of us, we like to retire to Himalaya and to meditate. Why? Meditation has the great joy. The joy for yourself. And what is this meditation? Out of all thoughts. Now, many of you know that in May, 21st May, we are going to inaugurate the Home of Harmony. So obviously, you can think the different type of thoughts are constantly crossing. I am sitting over there and praying to Mother, give some money, give some people. So they, how alone I can do? Thoughts are crossing. Instead of meditation, I am doing all this. So if that problem was not there, the project was not there, I would have thought something else. So this is the way, the more you give up all those, then your mind. And this is another wrong thought. Because people think, if I am not doing anything, my mind will be tranquil. No, not that. It's a different process to understand. What is that? Am I doing it for myself? No. Why I am doing? For the betterment of others. So that they will come, they will know, they will learn, and they will get the benefit of it. So one series that we will be having over there every month, Know and Love, that is the series. Under that, different type of religious leaders will come and speak about that religion, which we don't know. We never bothered to read about that. We don't have time to. So obviously, when he comes, he speaks about his religion. We will try to bring the good speakers so that very elaborate, nicely, very simple language he can give the religion. What is this religion? And after listening, oh, is this? Just like us. You can love him. So knowing is loving. So that is exactly what we are, and then delve in no tension. Otherwise, always we are in tension because we are under that condition. So these are the works that I am trying to do. It's not for myself. It's for the benefit of the people. The moment you think in that way, your mind is calm. The thoughts are there. If the thoughts are positive, mind will be calm. So he is telling this, O Rama, Rishi Vasishtha continuing. In truth, there is no mind. So, all the problems are with the mind only. If the mind is normal, most majority of us, there are a lot of things that they are abnormal. Considering, when some people are looking, now if a religious person like Sri Ramakrishna will look at us, they are all abnormal. And when we look to the Sri Ramakrishna, he is abnormal. So standard, because we see things in that way. I was born, my father was also born. Then I am growing up, my father also grew up. Then father got a job and earned money, I am also going to do that. My father married, I should also marry. This is natural. Suddenly somebody will say, no, I am not going to marry, I am going to be a monk. And I am going to dedicate my life for meditation. What the society will say? His brothers, his sisters, his all relatives will say, oh, this is abnormal. How could this thought come? So what is abnormality? when it doesn't go along with our thoughts. No, it is not. That is normal for him, normal for her. So we have to understand, but truth is different. Normality, abnormality are different. Truth is different. What is the truth? It never changes. Swami Vivekananda said, society should pay homage to the truth. Truth never adjusts to the society. Society should pay homage. What is the truth? Eternal truth. Society is changing constantly. But the truth is, the consciousness is there and it never changes. Whether you accept it or not, believe it or not, understand it or not, that is the truth. It is always there. So he is telling in this way, O Rama, there is no mind. And what is this mind? Movement in the consciousness. What is the mind? Simply we can understand as the yoga teacher is teaching, Patanjali, not present Patanjali, the Patanjali, the original, he is mentioning what is that mind? All the thoughts only. Yoga chitta vritti nirodha. Chitta vritti, all different type of thoughts that is coming, you have to control that. That is yoga. He is telling in that way there is no mind. When this truth is clearly understood, that which was falsely imagined as the mind comes to an end. There is no mind, there is no thought. It is only the reflection on me, if I can understand in this way. This is called Vedantic Meditation. The Vedantic Meditation, they try to imagine like I am a mirror. And all these things that are passing, reflection is on that. Like that, the beautiful structure that in Chicago city it is there, the beam. And if you go over there, you can see yourself and also the whole city at the back. And people will be taking the selfie with the whole Chicago city. Well, the reflection. But the moment you move, another person will come, he will be there. Similarly, our mind is just like that. Someone comes, that reflection comes on us. We say, oh, it's my daughter, it's my sister, it's my mother, it's my father, it's my me. So but it's the reflection only. And when that we understand, we have a very good relation, but not we are bound by that. When that impression or the reflection goes away, we are not breaking down. That is called, as Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna said, use some lubricant in your hand, some oil in your hand, and then open the green jackfruit. Hate tel mekhe kathal bhangte hoy. That means you have to use the oil in your finger, in your hand, and then only, or use the gloves. So when you are attached with that, when he says kill the mind means what? Understand this truth. My mind is a mirror. And here all the reflections are coming. Different objects are going, passing, it is all reflected. Oh, father, mother, these, that, friend, folk, all reflection. And moment you don't like to look at it, just close your eyes. Kill the mind, put off, that's all. So this is the way we have to meditate. We have to understand. When this truth is clearly understood, the Guru Vasishtha is telling, that which was falsely imagined, not only imagined, falsely imagined. When that was reflected, I thought this is mine and I wanted to keep it with me. But it was a reflection. So naturally I could not hold it. The words like the kill the mind or there is no mind may be very frightening for some people who do not have the Vedantic background. Therefore, the Rishi said, O Rama, my teaching are not meant for those who has not yet realized the illusion which is the world. In the conclusion, because the 10th chapter that we are studying, we are going to close the great book we were studying for last 2 years, I think. So this is called Yoga Vasishtha. And he said, my teaching is only for those who have understood that this world is illusion. It is Maya, it is temporary, constantly changing. Those who have understood it clearly, for them. But those who have not understood it, it is not for them. That's why sometimes we notice some people, when listening the talk, the Vedantic talk, they are confused, and when they are trying to apply that to their life, it is a great devastation for them, because they don't understand what actually it is. The basis is not there. So first we have to prepare ourselves to understand it. What is that last portion? When I can say I am ready for the Vedantic teaching, when I have understood this world is illusion. What is the illusion? When you drive the car in a straight road, you will find the water on the road, the ripples on the water. And when you reach over there, nothing is there. That is called illusion. I saw, the driver saw, all people sitting in the same car, they all saw, all of us are seeing the same thing. Not one person by mistake seeing, no, all of them are seeing. And when we reach over there, nothing. Those who go for a long drive, and particularly in the straight road in the noon time, when the strong sun is there, for some reason, some air and all that, you can see on the road itself water. And you were thinking, oh, I am going to clean my tires, car's tires. The beautiful water is there. Nothing is there. And after some time again you see the same water, same thing again and again and again and again. Non-stop. So that is the way in our daily life, every moment we are understanding everything is illusion. But the moment I touch my hand, I think, oh, this is permanent. This hand is touching, the right hand is touching the left hand, and thinking this is permanent. But when I was a little young boy lying on the lap of my mother, this right hand and the present right hand are not the same right hand. It has changed a lot. Now, sometimes the little kids, they come and they will bring for the first rice eating ceremony, and then I try to see their hands. So small, little. And when I put it that, comparing with my hand, it's a gigantic hand. So they're putting in the small little hands, but they will grow. Is that the same hand? Of course it is. But at the same time, it is not. It's changing. So what is Vedanta? Understanding these changes and then disassociate yourself from the changes. That much. What is Vedanta? This much. Disassociate from the changing thing. O Rama, my teaching are not meant for those who has not yet realized the illusion which is this world. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna also said God can be realized not with this mind but with pure mind. But with pure mind. What is the present condition of our mind? Flow of thoughts. If we ask ourselves, what is the present condition of our mind? Flow of thoughts. Now, what type of thoughts? Related to the worldly things. So that is also the same thought is crossing. According to the Vedanta, world is illusion. Thinking about something which has no reality, permanent existence, what we can get except confusion and suffering? So this is the statement. We need not to go out and check others. We have to look at our own mind. So what is the mind? Thoughts. What type of thought? Worldly thoughts. And those who are serious, they come for meditation. I always say, you better take a notebook and go to a secluded place all alone and then observe your mind. The different type of thoughts are coming, immediately record it. So this moment my thought is thinking in this way, this moment my mind is thinking it. You just note it down, type it. Nowadays you can record in the phone itself. Then afterwards just type it and you see erratics. Different time, different type of thoughts are coming. And why I am thinking in this, why I am not thinking. So different. So if you are observing, researching your own mind, what the rishis did, they researched their own minds. Then they came into conclusion that so many waves are constantly going. What is the reason of my suffering? Because of these thoughts. Suppose those thoughts are not there, then there is no suffering at all. So then he will be saying, hence the Guru Vasishtha is teaching, Dvayo madhye gatam nityam, asti nasti iti pakshayoho. A simple Sanskrit, Dvayo madhye, in between the two. Nityam, eternal. Dvayo madhye gatam, remain, related, Nityam, eternally. Asti, nasti. What is asti? It is. Nasti, it is not. These are the two things. It is there, it is not there. It is there, it is not there. It goes on. That is pakshayoho. These two different the sides are there. In between these two, one is there, one is not there. Asti, nasti. Asti means there. Nasti, not there. What is related? Constantly, eternally, without any change. Prakasham, prakashanam. And this is the illuminator. And what it is illuminating? Prakashanam, the object that is illuminating. That there, Atmanam samupamahe. So small, two lines, the slokas, they give the great thoughts. They won't go on writing pages after pages. It is the philosophers only who will be writing pages after pages. Then they will go on explaining this, that, and then people like us, they will read the philosophy and make it more and more complicated by saying many other things. But simple thing is, only in 2 lines, there is something which is not there, and there is something which is there. What is not there? If we ask the question, what will be the answer? And what is there in Vedantic point of view? What is not there? Everything that we see. And what is there? Atman only. Except the Atman, except the consciousness, nothing is there. Example, we see all these chairs, right? And some of our volunteers, they took a lot of trouble because the chair somehow was not going good, it was breaking. So the volunteers, they went and researched and purchased, and see how nicely yesterday they came and they made and repaired all these beautiful chairs. We can see this. And suppose you come, lie down over here and go into deep sleep. Will you be able to see the chairs? No. So what is asti? It is there, the chair. And what is nasti? It is not in the sleep. You don't see. So every day we are actually destroying the whole mind and the world. It is not the Shiva will come someday, will destroy the world. Srishti, Sthiti, Pralaya, Karta, etc., we say, and Shiva with a trident, and Shiva is coming and breaking, as because this is a breaking thing, so sometimes the people will draw the picture of Shiva with a muscular body, because you have to break the whole world. So lean and thin person won't be able to do. Muscular body. He has not seen Shiva. But he had drawn that. What is this Shiva? Consciousness. So see, we can prove right over here We are destroying the whole world, including my mind. I am killing the mind every day. How? When I go to sleep, and deep sleep, where there is no dream also, am I not killing the mind? I am. I am destroying my mind, because that time mind is completely not there. If the mind was awake, if the mind was there, I would have seen the different dreams. Mind is not there. So where is the mind? I have destroyed it. I can do that. It is possible. We can destroy the mind, which we do regularly, every day, not day in the night, we can say, when we sleep and go into deep sleep. But again, after some time, when I get up, again this world come back. It was there, it was not there. In between, what was constantly there? Asti, nasti. It is, the asti means it is there. Nasti, it is not there. In between, what was there? Consciousness. It is always there. So that is relating us, isn't it? So Vedanta we can understand in this simple way. Practice is difficult, realization may be difficult, but we can understand it so clearly. I say and you believe that there is this, there is nothing like that. And someone went to that top hill and brought this instruction from the God, you must follow it, otherwise we are going to kill you. No, it is nothing like that. This is very simple. The world is there. Of course it is there. But when? When you are awake. World is not there. When? When you are asleep. That means asti, nasti, these two Sanskrit words, it is there, it is not there. It is possible. And what is related in between these two? Consciousness. So we can prove the consciousness in this way, and he says, Dvayor madhye gatam nityam. Between these two, it is constantly there, nityam, all the time, every moment it is there. Prakashanam, prakashanam. Prakashanam, that is the illuminator. Prakashanam, the objects that is illuminating. Suppose a blind person, he can't see the sun. He can't see this world, nothing. For him, it is nothing there. And if you say the beautiful sunlight, hello, good morning, the very sunny day, for me it is all the time, it is a dark day, a dark night. Every moment it is dark. We are unfortunate. We enjoy the darkness and we enjoy the light. But for those who are not having the eyesight, what about them? It's the same. And suppose the same way we think, a person who has realized the Brahman, for him this world is not there and also there. It doesn't matter at all. It doesn't matter at all. So this is a beautiful way and very simple way he is mentioning. Dvayor madhye, in between the two. What is the two? One is present, another is absent. But how you know it is absent? My consciousness. How you know it is present? My consciousness. Then who is always present? Consciousness. That's all. So this is the way, just like a teacher teaching in the classroom, if we can understand, that is true. Constantly there is something, and that is consciousness. This moment we don't understand, but we are going to try to understand that. And that is called Vedantic meditation. And we concentrate on the Atman, which express all or illuminate all like sun, etc. It is not, we are not concentrating on the sun. We are concentrating on that which is illuminating the sun. Can you understand? Can you try to understand the vastness of it? The something is there which is illuminating the sun. I must concentrate on that. What is that? Consciousness. And it is eternally present between the animate and inanimate objects. Then the Guru teaches the technique of Vedantic meditation. The meditation means one-pointedness or uninterrupted flow of thought. That is meditation. All people that talk about meditation, but this is very simple. If you are constantly thinking about something, you are meditating. Suppose you love your grandson and constantly thinking about your grandson. Oh, he is smiling, he is running. Oh, he'll fall down, he'll this, that. The grandmothers, they always. I saw one grandmother, herself can't walk and not in that, but still won't allow the grandchild to get down. They'll constantly, because great love wants to keep them. It is the great love is there. The concentration, that is also meditation. Talking about the meditate on God is not used for her. She is meditating on the child, but it will change. When the child will grow up, then the whole thing may change. So obviously, if you meditate on something which is changing, you won't get permanent happiness. So they say, meditate on God or Atman, because it will never change. So it says that there is object, no object. The Rishi, he is telling, you concentrate at the time of Sandhi. Sandhi means conjunction, when the two are meeting. And beautifully he will mention, and what is this Sandhi? Nidra adau jagaranasya ante yo bhava upajayate tam bhavam bhavayan sakshat akshaya anandam asnute. What is the result of meditation? The most of the Western world people are very fond of meditation because of the life is so fast, so they like to get the meditation. But what is the ultimate goal of meditation? Majority of them, they like to develop some mystical power. You know, I practiced 5 months meditation under the so and so, and I can feel what people are talking, I can hear. I don't know, without practicing meditation, I can hear because they're all talking so loudly. So it is all, see, all people are talking over there, I can hear, even without practicing meditation. It is of no use unnecessarily. And why should spend so much of energy only to listen to the people talking somewhere? Use the telephone, then you can reach over there. So what is ultimate goal? What is the goal of meditation? Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna said, one brother meditated 12 years and came and met his another brother and said, hey, still you are cultivating. See, I meditated and got the tremendous power. Well, what is that power? I can walk on the water. You see, oh, you don't believe? Come with me. Then both the brothers went to the side, and the cultivator, he hired a boat, and the other one was walking. After crossing the river, this man said, brother, after 12 years, whatever power you have got, it is only costing 4 anna. 4 anna means 1 quarter. This is 4 anna. I paid that to the boatman. I crossed the river and comfortably. Sitting over here, I didn't do anything. Look at you, walking all through this river and crossing. Is this the power of meditation? Why we meditate? Friends, I will say, before hankering for these, only for names and advertisement, sometimes they will show the one girl is meditating and before that there is an ocean. That picture is so good, but it is not that comfortable. If you go and sit on the top of the hill, it is so uncomfortable to sit. 2 minutes you cannot sit there. Just for the picture she was sitting. Immediately after the picture she got up. So we should not go along with the advertisement. Advertisement is always good. But what is the meditation? Flow of thought in one point. And what is the result? Now the last word he is telling, Akshaya Anandena Asnute. Akshaya eternal. Ananda, the joy, the bliss, Asnute. That is the result of meditation. What is the goal of spiritual life? Ananda. So remember these, and we will continue with this. And Sri Rama is a very smart, that time 13, 14 years young boy, Sri Ramachandra. After all this discourse, the Guru, the old man, when he stopped, then the Rama asked, "O Lord, you asked me to kill my ego. That's good. But how it is possible to abandon the ego sense and yet living?" This question Ram asked, and we will get the answer in our next Sunday talk. Thank you. Is there any question?
So Devashish has a two-part question. He's asking how to distinguish consciousness and mind when you're doing meditation. And the second part question is, during dreamless state, where does our mind go?
The mind is there, but mind means activity. I am beginning with the second one. The mind is there. I think all understood the questions. The question is, when we go into deep sleep, where mind goes, and in the first is the meditation and consciousness, so the mind and the consciousness. The second part, when we are in deep sleep, mind is there but inactive. Not that mind is not there. What is mind? Activities. Different thoughts are coming. When that thoughts are not there, it is there but inactive, that's all. And in the mind and consciousness, mind is activated because of the consciousness. This is the difference. Mind itself has nothing. But if the consciousness is there, then the mind can work. Otherwise not. Sometimes when we see, as an example, we can say, sometimes the different type of lights are there. They're all moving and creating sound, and that is so beautiful. So that is the mind, activity is going on. But mind is activated with the power of what? Electricity. The light is showing so different color, different type of things they are having. Sometimes we see that. But that if we say that is the mind is thinking so many things beautifully, that energy is coming from where? The light showing different things, where from it is coming? From the electricity. Mind thinking in different way, where from the energy is coming, power is coming? Consciousness. So this is the difference, mind and consciousness.
Srima Vishwas is asking, how does mind keep away from contamination?
Oh, that is Manashuddhikarana Prakalpa. So that is a very nice question. How the mind can be purified. In that Vivek Chudamani, if you go to that Vivek Chudamani, and I think we have discussed about this at length in my different talks. It must be there in the YouTube. Right, this moment you won't say, but only thing we can say, the purification and non-purification of mind. What is non-purification? What is contamination? Thoughts of the worldly things. So you know that in every religion, in every society, in all time, there are two words, pure and impure. Pure and impure. And what is purity? Then the Hindus will say Ganga water, Jamuna water. Of course, you have to be careful about Ganga water and Jamuna water. And the Christians will say the same way, their own, and the Muslim will say Jam Jam. And everywhere, everyone, they talk about some water. What is essential? But can that water purify us? So the great devotee, the Mirabai, asks that question. If that water can purify, then all the fishes that is there in the river are all purified. If only eating the fruits and roots can purify, then all the monkeys and the birds eating only the fruits are purified. They're all pure. Then we'll go and touch their feet. Of course, some people they do. But this is the way if we think. No, what is the purification? thinking of God. And what is God? Love and unselfishness. God is nothing but love and unselfishness. It is not 10 hands or 4 hands or these or that. The God is nothing but pure love that goes and embraces each and everyone without any boundary, without any limitation. That and naturally unselfishness. So thinking of God, which is love and unselfishness, and trying to become like that is purification. And if not, that is impure. So we have to try in that way.
Rishikesh is asking a question. What is the attitude towards work in the path of knowledge? In bhakti, it is God's work. What is the equivalent in the path of knowledge?
Equivalent, the path of knowledge. So according to the temperament of the people, the traditional Hindus, they have made 4 paths. They wanted to utilize the mood of the people, the temperament of the people, attitude of the people. Some are very active, but they don't like to go to temple, sit for meditation, reading books. It is not in their nature. But very active, and they like to help others without caring for anything. So karma yoga for them. Mainly they should help in that way. Those who are very contemplative, quiet type, meditation for them. Those who are very judgmental, they will be always analytical, they will be analyzing everything. The jnana is for them. They're a little emotional, that is bhakti for them. There's sometimes some people, they will go to the temple and they will cry loudly for God. God, why you have not called me? I was far away from you. All other people, they will be looking at him or her, why this? Emotion, can't control. He's understanding that this is not the way I should be, but the emotion. This is the 4th thing. Now, in the path of knowledge, you have to stand on your own feet, constantly judging that what is the truth, the eternal, and what is not. For the path of bhakti, that's why it is for everyone. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna says, path of knowledge for a chosen few. In the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna also said, it is very difficult path. And if you're really sincere, then you have to understand my condition. And they always say, Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna suggested, Jnana Misra Bhakti. What is Jnana? God. I have to understand God. And if the God is love and unselfishness, if the God is eternal, and all these things that I see around me are temporary, so I have to understand that and concentrate towards God. So Jnana Misra Bhakti, that is Naradiya Bhakti, by that way you can go. When you are following the path of Jnana, and Ramakrishna Mission, Swami Vivekananda, he combined all the 4 paths. When you go down, you have noticed that the Ramakrishna Mission symbol is there. So in that you can find all the 4 yogas are there, the holistic growth. Morning, you are meditating. Afterwards, your devotion, you are worshipping. Afterwards, you are active, working. Afterwards, you are sitting and reading and discussing the philosophy according to your changes of mind, but you are utilizing the same energy for God realization. I should say up to this. Thank you.
Sumana is asking, at death, does the mind become inactivated?
No. That mind will collect all the impressions because the desires are there. Because of the desires, the mind cannot become inactive. It's always there. So Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna is to say, even the small little desire of eating this thing or visiting that place, it is better to complete and finish. If it is there, then it is very difficult. But where to finish? So suppose we like some pizza. Okay, go and eat pizza today, tomorrow. Then afterwards say, enough of pizza. I'm not going to eat anymore. Give up. So like that, even the small desires also you have to give up. Otherwise, at the time of death, that mind will collect all those list of desires and fly. Where I don't know, but it will. That is the problem. That's why they say, and this is karma phala, and karma is three types. Again, I remind you, it is the physical, it is the mental, the thoughts also, and vachika karma. Then if you are hurting someone with the words, or telling the lies, creating problem in the society, your lies harming others. Most of the people nowadays, without knowing, they're going on doing that. And they don't know where they're going to lead. But anyway, we can pray for them. So this karma should be purified. That's all. Thank you. Thank you, friends. Thank you for good questions. Thank you for your patience. So let us now utter Shanti 3 times, because Shanti means the peace and it is the happiness. So let us say Shanti 3 times. You can repeat after me and we will conclude. Om Shanti. 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 Harihi Om.